Good morning.
Good morning.
What? Good morning. Wow, dream sailing right now. 10 knots of wind, beam reach. We're doing 6.5, completely flat seas. What would you call that, babe?
Well, you call that champagne sailing. Me, I'm calling just comfortable moment.
Okay, yeah, but yeah, both, either way, pretty awesome. G'day people, we're back after a little bit, well, what feels like for us quite a while without any filming. We've been, yeah, I guess for you guys we didn't really have a gap, but for us we haven't filmed for about 3 weeks now. So we're back to pretty much live real time. Yeah, we just got a gust of wind and picked up speed. We're going down the channel next to Kupang now. It's got 20 knots of wind right there. Should trim the sails a little bit. Anyway, yeah, it's crazy how this boat just picks up speed. We went from 4 knots to 8 knots and like whoop. So yeah, we've just spent 3 weeks basically in Kupang. We came to Kupang, we checked in, did all the swab tests, checked out, went to Dili in Timor-Leste, stayed there 2 hours, got stamps in our boat papers, sailed back. It's a round trip of 350 miles. Got back to Kupang like 3 days later and yeah, checked back in, but obviously checking back into Indonesia. Had to do 8 days quarantine, 2 PCR tests, and yeah, that obviously, you know, Indo style, it sort of went a bit haywire, and test took a long time to come back, so we ended up doing, I think, 12 days of quarantine, which was pretty annoying because the anchorage was super wavy and just horrible, so we were just, yeah, it was a bit of a nightmare. But all in all, it went okay, and we're back in Indonesia now, and the boat has 3 more years of import paid, well not paid, but we're stamped in for 3 more years. So not that we'll stay that long hopefully, but it just takes a load off our mind, like you know, we're all secure now, you know, we've got our visas, the boat's legit, so all good. But now, yeah, and we've been thinking about this for the last couple of months, you know, not knowing if we would be able to get back into Indo and all that. So yeah, we're feeling a lot more comfortable now, right?
Yeah, definitely much better, and it went really better than what I was expecting. Everyone was super nice. Kupang is quite a nice city, so yeah, like it was a bit long and not the more fun part, but it was definitely better than what we were thinking.
It was just the anchorage really, everything else was
Yeah.
actually cool. It was just the anchorage, and it's,
Super
you know,
early.
if you're sailing and it's bad weather, it's not that comfortable either, but at least you sort of got a goal, you know you're going somewhere and it's going to improve, and you know you're going to get there. Whereas it's just like 8 days of quarantine, you're not moving, you're at an anchor, and it's just up and down and rolling, and just, you know, hard to get food when you're at anchor is not that cool. And then another day, oh, the test results coming tomorrow, okay cool, so 1 more day. Then the next day, oh no, it's the next day, and then oh, it's the weekend now, so it'll be Monday, and then Monday you hope to get it at 7 o'clock in the morning, but it comes at 3 in the afternoon, and then it's too late to check in with customs, so it's next day. She's like, oh, but anyway, we got through it, and
Yeah, the only thing, it's like when you're waiting like this and it's not really comfortable, even if we are super comfortable in the boat in general, like you're not even motivated really to work or doing things, you're just waiting to end, so it's not the best part in the travel.
yeah, no, actually that's true. I had a whole list of boat jobs I wanted to do during quarantine, you know, change the mainsail again, like actually all these things, but just sort of impossible because the boat was moving too much. We had about 20 knots of wind. It would start at 9 o'clock in the morning every day, and just I got a few boat jobs done, like important ones, but also a lot we just couldn't do. So, but whatever, you know, we've got a super tough life. You all should feel so sorry for us. But anyway, so we've pulled up the anchor this morning and we're off to Rote.
Yeah.
Tiny little island, the most southerly part of Indonesia, pretty close to Australia, well about 500 miles from Darwin. And yeah, apparently it's a, you know, surfers will know it, but not many cruisers go there. So yeah, anyway, enjoy this video. There's a bit of a long intro, but yeah, we're so stoked to be back into cruising again. Done with all the red tape and bureaucracy for a little while now. All right, enjoy. So the wind started gusting up over 27, 28 knots. So I decided to put in a second reef. I thought I'd walk you through quickly how I do that on Schiehallion. So you can see first I release the main sheet here and then pull up the topping lift the boom up a little bit. And then pull the second reef line there and undo the main halyard. And then just slowly lower the mainsail. At the same time pulling in the reefing line, the second reefing line. It's a Selden single line reefing system, so it all gets done here. When it's all pretty much right down, I put the second reefing line on the winch and tension it up, make sure it's tight on the front and the back. Lock the clutch and then put the main halyard back on the winch and pull the mainsail back up until it's tensioned. And then we're technically sailing again, but next I'll drop the topping lift and tension the main sheet, pull the boom down again, and as you can see streamers are all flying and we're flying along about 9 knots at this stage. Actually we were just howling along and Marie was getting a bit wet there sitting on that side, but yeah, I love to see the boat flying. All good?
Yeah, all good.
So we're just sailing between this, well, Rote on the port side, this little island, I'm not sure what it's called. Over here, it's a pretty narrow channel with all the reef and stuff, but yeah, we're sailing through it. Pretty much just on 30 degrees though, like hard on the wind, so the boat's sort of stalling a bit sometimes and then it'll drop off, speed up again, so we're sort of zigzagging a little bit, but I don't want to turn the engine on. What are you doing?
I'm explaining to your patron that you just lost your phone and you're gonna be not really able to answer to them for a while.
That's a bit mean, you're playing on your iPhone.
I'm not playing.
It's pretty cool that you've got an iPhone.
I'm sorry for you.
Yeah, I can smile again now, but I was a bit angry for a while. Yeah, trying to do something on deck, and I'd just had my iPhone in my shirt pocket listening to a podcast and bend over and ploof, iPhone 11 Pro in the water with the fish. So yeah, I was a bit upset. Probably could hear my swearing back at Kupang maybe, I don't know. Yeah, it's like, it's crazy these days, like it's just, who would walk around with $1,000 in cash just hanging in their pocket, just ready to poof, poof, go in the wind, you know? And it's, I mean, the money is one thing, but yeah, like how do I, you know, I literally can't log on to my bank now until I get another phone. Like if Google notices that I've changed location and asks me to, you know, verify my account, I can't do that now because my phone's not here, and then I won't be able to upload videos, which mean I'm not earning any money. And I mean, what's not on your phone these days? I mean, at least I didn't lose it and someone can crack it and, you know, steal everything. It's safely at the bottom of the ocean, but it's crazy. We just carry this little device around and our whole lives sort of, you know, I'd already deleted Facebook off it, so I was spending less time on my phone in the last few weeks, and that's, you know, something I'll stick with. Obviously now I won't spend any time on a phone. Yeah, it was like, you know, I downloaded gigabytes and gigabytes of satellite imagery for, you know, the future, for the rest of the season, where we're going. You know, navigation stuff, yeah, I don't know, like WhatsApp groups and all this sort of stuff, you know. It's like, phew, just gone in an instant. In a way, now that I'm over it, it makes me feel a bit freer, but you know, you do need all that stuff, or we sort of need all that stuff, and it's crazy. Just like in an instant, yeah, I just know that if I get another phone, it's going to take me 2 days to sort all that out and verify, you know, it's like a lost part of me, right?
Come on, don't say that. You don't have a chip in your brain
Yeah.
yet.
No, I don't have a soul. It's all in my phone, and it's gone now. Like, I have to prove to the world that I am actually a being. So we're anchored up in Nembrala in southwest Rote Island. I always leave a note with my name on it and my phone number on the door, just in case, I don't know, something would happen, the boat would start dragging, or who knows, you know, just so that someone would know who it is and to call me and say there's a problem. So yeah, that's always a good tip for you fellas out there. Leave your name and your number on your boat. Adventure time.
Yeah, quite a lot.
Oh man, too, huh? Those of you who remember last year when I was, I don't know, we were in Flores somewhere and I got an infection in my eye. I think I've got the same thing again. It's actually a form of herpes. It's like a cold sore on your lip or whatever, but I get it on my right eye, on the freaking eyeball, and it's just, it's painful. It causes me a little headache, and then my eye gets blurry, and if you don't treat it, you know, it can be pretty bad for your vision, and that's my photograph eye. And so yeah, dumb. Can't get it here. We looked yesterday in the local little sort of hospital. It's not really a hospital, it's very remote down here. They don't even have a market or a shops or anything, and no go here for the tablets I need. So stupidly, I'm probably gonna have to go back to Kupang to get this medicine, and it's really like a bit of a battle. I don't want to go back there, like a mental battle with me, like we just spent time there and I don't want to go back, but I have to fix this because I don't feel good. And it's not good to leave it too long. Yeah, this boat here that's just up on the beach is sort of pretty interesting to see how they build stuff. Like look at the rudder system. It's just a few pieces of wood sort of screwed onto this thing, and it's tied together with ropes and super sketchy. Look at it all just wobbling, and then it's got these two ropes going through up to the front and a steering wheel, and the whole boat is just all like nailed together pieces of wood. But you have 10 guys on it going out 20 miles into the ocean for 2 days at a time fishing. And yeah, they're all good. No EPIRB, no GPS, nothing. And us sailors get all like stressed out when the paint's starting to, you know, chip off in one place. You're like, oh, I need to haul out and go and fix that. And these guys have got a rudder that's just a couple of bits of wood nailed together. So pretty interesting. Their risk reward is a bit different than ours.
Good morning, everyone. So I just dropped Vernon on land to go to Kupang, and I am for the first time alone on Schiehallion.
That's a bit weird, to be honest. Like, I'm feeling a little bit nervous, even if there's no really reason for, but you know, this is Vernon boat, and when we are living together, that's always the one like, oh, remind me, like, you did that, but you can do better, or be careful of this, it's gonna be not good if we have less energy and you let this like that. And now I have to think about all these things by myself, but that's good. That's good experience, and I'm gonna probably have my first night alone on Schiehallion. But yeah, it's gonna be good. So now it's time for breakfast for me. I'm gonna have some fresh bread, then a friend of us is doing in Rote with some hazelnuts in. I can't wait to try it. Some homemade papaya jam, green tea, and I would like to show you something we put a little bit of luxury in our life since 1 or 2 weeks. We found this little smoothie maker, but it has no wire, it's just working with battery, and we can plug it in USB, so it's super good to charge it with 12 volts. And we can do some smoothie every morning, or even some sauce with some chilies and stuff like that. And it's really a big upgrade for me in the breakfast. I'm loving it. It's ready. Super good. Mango, coconut, dragon fruit and banana. I'm loving it.
Getting on the plane. It's a little propeller plane to Kupang today. Alright, so I'm in Kupang now. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. This was all a bit of a rushed trip, and what I forgot was that, yeah, like I said, I lost my nice new iPhone overboard, and sort of, yeah, I don't know, it's just an ongoing thing. Lost all my contacts, so all the friends I'd made and all the, you know, helpful people in Kupang that we were here last week, all the, you know, WhatsApp messages and all that, it's all gone. So I got here to Kupang thinking, oh, I'll just call Nathan or I'll call Lee, and you know, they'll just rent me their motorbike for the day. I got here and yeah, I don't have their contacts, don't know anybody else, so I'm just sort of walking around asking people if I can rent their motorbikes. And I don't have anywhere to stay tonight, but that's not really a problem. I can just go to a hotel. But yeah, I got to find some transport because you can't walk around here. I'll be walking around for like an hour now. I can't find a motorbike. I guess I sort of took it for granted, but never really had this problem before. Normally you rock up at the beach or just on a main road and ask somebody, and if they don't have a bike, they just call a friend who's got a bike and they're happy to make a, you know, 10 bucks or whatever. Now I've asked like 4 or 5 people and like scratch their heads and they don't know of anybody, and maybe it's just a shortage of motorbikes here. Although you wouldn't know it looking at the roads, there's a million people, but yeah, it's all good. It's good to get a bit of a walk, and it's starting to get hot though now, so hopefully I'll find one soon.
So as you can see, the boat is quite messy, so I just finished my lunch now, and before starting to work on my podcast and staying in front of my computer, I'm gonna just enjoy this time that I am alone to clean. It's not like it's not possible to doing it when we are two, but you know, it's a small space, and if you have someone in the way, especially like Vernon is a big one, like it's a bit complicated. You have to ask him to move and change all the things, and maybe he's working and he needs something then I need to remove. So yeah, as I am alone, it's gonna be the perfect moment to put everything clean, put all our fabrics and stuff outside to take a little bit of fresh air, and yeah, just trying to have a more clean space to live. As you can see, I'm liking to make the couch quite comfortable, and it can be a little bit futile for some of you, the way I'm taking care of this couch. But you know, the first year, last year, I was feeling really at Vernon's boat and it was not really my home, and now it's more than 1 year that we are living in, and I like to have something a little bit at my taste. And yeah, you know, it's a weird thing with the boat. You can leave the best moments in and the worst too. Like in the same space you could have like a super rough sea and feeling sick and hating this place, or you can be in the more beautiful anchorage ever and feeling in paradise inside the same space. So for me it's important to have some stuff who make it cozy and help me to forget all the bad moments I had sometimes in Schiehallion. Yeah, I quite like to have something then it feels home.
Okay, I'm mobile now. Got my motorbike. Around here you can easily find, it's called a Gojek. It's just a guy who owns a motorbike and he'll ride you around all day, go where you want. And it's pretty cheap actually, but I just really prefer to have my own motorbike and then just be able to go anywhere and stop whenever I want and not have to give directions. A lot of the time I'm just winging it and I just drive around, then see a shop, oh, I'm gonna stop here. And if you have to tell someone where you want to go, then I can't really do that because I don't know where to go.
In the middle of afternoon now, and because it's cloudy and enough windy to be quite a good temperature, I'm gonna do a surprise to Vernon. I'm gonna oil the wood on the boat. He's always asking to me to doing it, and I was quite lazy this last weeks or maybe months of not doing it, so yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this good weather to give a little bit of oil of all this stick on the boat. This is the end of the day. I just say goodbye to the sun. So now it's time to dinner. I think I'm gonna do a fish soup because Vernon doesn't like the small fish in general, as you saw last week with the anchovies. There's also with sardines and olive things, and I still have some sardines in the freezer. So I think I'm gonna enjoy my time alone to do my fish soup. So now my dinner is ready. I'm super happy. I would love to share the smell with you. It's really like homemade recipe, but it smells a little bit like bouillabaisse, the French from Marseille soup fish. I really love that. And I have some bread, some garlic to put on the bread, so it's gonna be just amazing dinner.
Yo, alright, I just checked out of the hotel. I'm gonna head down and drop my motorbike off and then get a lift back to the airport and fly back to Rote. Back in Umbrella. Island time again. It's beautiful. I already feel more relaxed. Who's this beautiful person? Hello.
Hello.
How are you? You miss me? Yeah. Okay, so yeah, end of another video. That was a pretty long one. Probably our longest one yet, maybe. but yeah, don't blame us. Last time we did a long video, I asked and you guys all told me the longer the better, so here you go. It's been a long one. Because we're nearly live now, we could actually give you the results of the unofficial anchovies bacon poll, and it turns out it was pretty even. On Instagram, Marie did a poll and I was way ahead there. Well, bacon was way ahead. I can't take credit for bacon, it is what it is. And on YouTube in the comments, I think it was pretty even, but we didn't actually count.
No, I count, there's more shows.
Yeah. So she counted. So in the end, we'll make a compromise and say it was pretty even, but yeah, but we all know. We all know who the real winner is. But yeah, pizza is always the winner, so it's all good. I'd like to thank you, patrons. 2 or 3 new ones this month, actually. Very, very nice to see you guys are willing to support the hard work and, you know, editing and all that sort of stuff we do. It is, you know, pretty much half of our week, to be honest. So yeah, it's awesome you guys see the value in that and want to keep us making these videos for you. And yeah, your parents are super stoked always to see what you're up to.
Yeah, super happy.
Yeah, my mum too. I sort of feel like I don't need to call any of my family because they know what we're up to all the time anyway. So sorry you guys, but probably make more of an effort, but I haven't got a phone anymore, so I can't call anyone anyway. All right, well, yeah, we're here, beautiful Nembrala, Rote Island, right behind us. And as I said, we're live. This is Saturday afternoon, so in 24 hours this video will be out. And next week we'll be doing some awesome thing, probably fixing the dinghy, actually. I think that's going to be a big part of next week's video. And maybe some Q&A. There's been quite a few questions come in. I've put in a folder, and it's time to get some of them answered. So yeah, that'll be next week's video. All right, see you guys then. Bye-bye.
Bye.